This presentation looks at how small boats became symbol of courage and hope in two different times, Dunkirk in 1940 and Gaza 2025. Let's explore how ordinary people, even in the hardest moment, can stand up and make a big difference. During Second World War, in May 1940, the British and French army were trapped in northern France border. The place is known as Dunkirk. The British army had English Channel at their back and advancing German soldiers at their front. The British army were out of ammunition supply and ration supply. Reinforcement was also not possible. At that time, they were really cornered and demoralized. At that time, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill made a daring decision. He ordered a mass evacuation, calling not only Royal Navy but also ordinary citizens, fishing boats, ferries, even private yachts to cross the English Channel and rescue the soldiers. The operation was extremely dangerous. German Luftwaffe bombers targeted the beaches and Royal Navy's large ships. Many were sunk. Yet the small civilian boats were scattered and very hard to hit. They shipped from this side to that side of English Channel again and again, and by the end of the mission, from 27th May to 4th June 1940, more than 300,000 soldiers were rescued. What could have been a crushing defeat turned into a story of courage and unity, a spirit later known as the Dunkirk spirit, ordinary bravery magnified by strong leadership. 85 years later, in 2025, another flotilla of small boats sailed into danger, this time not to rescue the soldiers but to challenge a blockade. The Global Samud Flotilla, or GSF, carries doctors, activists, and volunteers. Their cargo is not weapons, but medicine, food, and hope. Their goal is not victory, but solidarity, to show that humanity will not remain silent in the face of suffering in Gaza. The comparison between Samud Flotilla and Dunkirk is striking. At Dunkirk, civilian bravery was lifted by Churchill's leadership. His speech, "We shall fight on the beaches," turned the distress into determination. The little ships mattered, but the voice that gave the meaning mattered too. The Global Samud Flotilla, in contrast, has no leader like Churchill. No government rallies behind it. In fact, many governments try to stop it. Boats are intercepted, activists arrested, aid confiscated. What drives them is not state power, but deeper moral force. Samud, an Arabic word that means steadfastness. Dunkirk was about saving an army to keep the Britain in World War II. The Samud flotilla cannot win any battle or lift blockades alone. Power lies in symbolism, a reminder that conscience can also resist. Prime Minister Churchill once said, "Victory is not won by the evacuation, but wars are not won without evacuations." Likewise, Samud flotilla reminds the world that conscience cannot be blockaded. Operation Dunkirk has saved army, but the global Samud flotilla saved dignity. Both prove that small boats guided by conviction can confer overwhelming power. One was led by the Prime Minister, the other led by the ordinary people who refused to compromise. There is an Arabic saying, "They tried to bury us, but they didn't know we were seeds." Both Dunkirk and Samud flotilla teaches us, even in the darkest night, the light of courage can still guide the way.